Scorpio, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your monthly shift reading for November, your season, Scorpio season. Happy birthday. All right, we're looking at the shape you're shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. Before we get into your cards, the image that's coming to me for you, Scorpio, is a dragon. And very specifically, it was like as soon as I closed my eyes to invite your energy for November, the dragon blew fire right into my face. And it was like, whoa, okay, here is Scorpio. You know, it was this really intense release of fire energy. And then, you know, I asked for some more information here because the dragon to me is a very scorpionic symbol. It's like a phoenix, you know, it's this fire being that rises into the sky. And so I'm like, okay, this is definitely Scorpio energy. Show me more. And then I'm realizing the dragon is lighting its chains on fire. It was like this very medieval image of a dragon with a chain around its neck, you know, like this huge collar and like chains around its limbs. And I just saw it finally realizing its power and just lighting it on fire, burning up the chains, freeing itself to fly as the giant, intense, powerful beast that it is. It's all about freedom, Scorpio, and your cards are reflecting this. So I've already pre-pulled cards using the El Goliath Tarot, and I'm going to show you the message that's coming through. The shape you're shifting out of beautifully is the star. This deck calls it the cosmic guide. And this energy is, for me, this specific star is a breakthrough. You know, we're seeing like lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes showing up in the, you know, if this is a tree stump and we're counting the rings on the tree stump, or we're counting the lives that this tree has lived, it's like this star, you, Scorpio, have lived all of these lives, and there's sort of a cyclical pattern to the ring of it that is now cracking, breaking open, and it feels like breaking free of maybe lifetimes, or however you conceive of that cyclical energy that can no longer keep you bound or held. This is the type of recognition of your power where you are ready to be freed. That's how I'm seeing this. It's like this is in the process of cracking and it's going to break. And when it does, it just bursts into a million stars in the cosmos. It's really, really beautiful. And now actually, as I'm looking at it, I'm realizing stars are fire energy. I don't often think of stars as fire energy, but because, you know, this card is associated with Aquarius, which is an air sign. But if you look deeply at this, it's almost like you could see this as wood smoldering, about to turn into embers, you know, when you're burning wood in the campfire and how it begins to glow red from the inside. If this were in color, that's how I see this. Glowing red from the inside, which is so evocative actually of the dragon with its fire trapped inside, chained and bound. It's like it's almost like the pores of the dragon, the skin cracking open to reveal this fire that has been trapped inside, that's now ready to basically like burst out of your being. And the shape you're shifting into, okay, so you're shifting out of the star, the shape you're shifting into, surprisingly and beautifully, is this vulnerable, open, innocent, gentle energy of the Page of Cups. What does it say? Okay, the Sister of Roses. And I'm particularly drawn to the background. If you look at this like light explosion in the background, it's actually butterflies, like shadows of butterflies. And I'm seeing this shift narrative so far as like, this is what's happening on a much larger cosmic, spiritual level for you, is this like breaking through of lifetimes and lifetimes and iterations of yourself, and freeing all of those versions of yourself. Like I see these butterflies as like all of your past transformations. You know, Scorpio is the sign of transformation. The Scorpio embodies that life, death, rebirth cycle, and which is so analogous to the journey of a caterpillar into a butterfly, right? So we have these butterflies bursting open and flying free, which I'm actually seeing as all of the past versions of yourself, all of the transformations you've been through, all of the lessons you've learned in this lifetime or beyond, you know, however you conceive of that. Just absolutely breaking forth. And in that process, it actually allows you to be the most vulnerable, open, honest, sensitive version of yourself. I'm seeing this doe, or, you know, this spotted deer as just powerful in their emotional vulnerability. You know, this is like leading with the heart first, and leading with just that like gentle power of emotional rawness and softness. It's like you get to break through the hard, rigid exterior, and you know, your earthly experience of that is actually a softening, which really surprised me, because I got that image of a dragon, which is so tough and so fiery and so intense. But it's like the intensity of that trapped energy being able to be freed from you paves the way, gives the space for you to actually then be true in your gentle vulnerability and your emotional, raw heart expression. This is the state of being where we feel soft enough to express love and to express our feelings. You know, I'm looking at the eyes of this doe, and there's just such a strong honesty in that vulnerability. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All these butterflies just feasting on the flowers of your transformation. You know, that's really what this is. This is a phoenix transformation for you, Scorpio. So, okay, what does this shapeshift look like? This creature just came through the Cancer reading as well. This energy, it's the Knight of Swords, but in this deck, it's called the Hooded Brother. And I saw it how I'm seeing it for you, which is this sort of slippery, shifty, manipulative power to hypnotize and sway the energy of others. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing this cobra entering the den of these prairie dogs or whatever they are. And look at their eyes glowing. They are hypnotized by its movements and its presence. And I think this is what you're breaking free from. This is what's busting open and away from your life, however that energy manifests for you. It's something outside of you, like I'm feeling it as outside of you, societal or someone or whatever. This could be a person that you've been involved with. This could be an archetype of a person you've been involved with, but it's showing an abuse of power and a twisting, a manipulating. It's intense energy. But this is what you're breaking out of, and the ways that it has also sort of made a home inside of you almost, this like snake energy. I'm seeing like it's as if this were to burst through this and like bust it into smithereens. Like that is no longer part of your experience, because the other two cards, I mean, this is your what your shapeshift looks and feels like. Knight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, the World. This is the breakthrough for you. And you know, it's Ten of Pentacles. It's like, it's a very tangible, earthly breakthrough. This oyster shell that normally, you know, this is the part of you that remains so closed. It's like you're having some sort of breakthrough that's very tangible for you, that opens you up entirely. You know, this is so obviously a mouth opening. It opens up and everything you've been holding inside comes out, you know? And I get that this is like all elements. I mean, this is like the world tree here, you know? This is earth, air, fire, water. It's like every single thing you've been holding inside of you or that has felt withheld from you suddenly bursts open. You know, Ten of Pentacles talks about a deep sense of confidence and security because you trust your foundation. You feel your foundation. You feel you are held and surrounded by everything you need to feel safe enough to be open, to be your most open, vulnerable self. And it's that sense of safety and security that will help you break through this energy, that will help you bust wide open. Again, I'm seeing this as a mouth. So there, you really might have something to say that might be part of your experience of breaking open. We'll dive into that in the extended, I'm sure. But look at this. I mean, I know this is probably water bubbles because it's an oyster, but it almost looks like stars bursting forth. And then the World, everything coming full circle. A sense of accomplishment and completion. And this actually came through the Cancer reading really similarly. I mean, makes sense. It's the water element. There's going to be some through lines here. But do you see this beautiful cyclical? It's a breaking of a cycle that brings you to a sense of completion, of like accomplishment, of like, I did it. I did it. It's over. I can now, right? It's over. I can now exist in the world as my most authentic, open, vulnerable, feeling expression of myself. I am now free to love and express love and be loved. Wow. Ugh. Scorpio, this is such a big deal and such a beautiful energy. I'm really excited to dive into this now, into an extended reading. I'm going to use a bunch of other decks and see if we can get some deeper clarity on this. So if this is resonating with you, Scorpio, and you'd like to join me for that extended, stick around for a second. I'm going to explain a little bit of some news that I have for the channel and how you can now access your extended reading for November. I am so excited to announce that Unseen Hands is expanding. My dear friends and fellow healing artists, Kevin and Kelsey, are joining me to form Unseen Hands, a healing arts collective. We want to deepen your monthly shift experience by adding in astrology and a creative guidebook to help you work through your monthly shift process and inspire you with different perspectives and different kinds of artistic viewpoints on these monthly shifts. So to view your extended shift reading, you can head over to unseenhandscollective.com, where we are offering you an opportunity to explore our new offerings. So head on over there and we will dive deeper into your shift together.